Hey loves! Today we're doing a full face of nothing new with makeup from Sephora in honor of the Sephora savings event. So we're going to be playing at some oldies but goodies. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get glam together. Of course, we're going to start off with the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. You already know this is the best. And anytime I do any kind of makeup look besides my drugstore looks, because I do have some drugstore primers I enjoy, but this is just the go-to. This never fails me. Eyeshadow palette of the day, Ethereal Eyes Moonlight from Makeup by Mario. This is one of my favorites. If you love cool tones, you will love this palette. I've been obsessed with this ever since the winter time. It's so beautiful. So let's start off with this shade up top first. I love the way these blend. They have a more buildable formula, which I just find very easy to work with. I'm going to build that color up quite a bit. It's a beautiful soft mauve shade. And I'm using a blending brush from Metamorphosis. This actually came in a brush set and it's really good quality. So hopefully they're still available because they are amazing blending brushes. They're super soft. Then I'm going to tap into this gray shade. I'm going to start tapping that on the outer lid and on the center as well. We're going smoky today. I adore these tones. And I think this quality is really nice. If you did want to splurge on a palette, I think Makeup by Mario is a really nice option. I honestly haven't really dabbled into too many new eyeshadow palettes lately. I'm loving a lot of the ones that I've just been using for the last couple months. And this is one of them. The main moment of this palette, besides the glitters, is definitely this gorgeous navy blue. I love to use this for a smoky shadow wing, but today I'm going to apply it all over the lid. I'm actually going to use that same brush that I used for the gray color, and I'm going to very lightly just tap that on my lid. Love, love, love. I've been so into blue lately as well with my eyeshadow. I have a bunch of glitters here that I just swatched on the back of my hand, and I think I want to use this Fenty highlighter in the shade What a Brat, but I don't know if it's going to look right because I'm doing a pink cheeks, pink lips, so I feel like this will kind of tie in a little bit of the pink in there as well. This is the Kilowatt Freestyle highlighter in the shade What a Brat. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, besides the fact that I just dug my nail in there, but it's such a pretty icy pink glitter highlighter. You guys know with Fenty highlighters, they are amazing. You can use them as eyeshadows as well. You can just very lightly tap this over your eye look if you want to do a little light pink glitter moment, which I think I'm kind of feeling today. So let's see. Hopefully I don't hate it. I love the glitters in the Makeup by Mario palette, by the way. They are gorgeous. If that doesn't work out, that pink shade, I'm going to use that light color. It's a really pretty color shifting glitter, but this pink highlighter from Fenty is gorgeous. So let's see how it looks and we'll go from there. Just gonna dab that with my finger. Ooh, I think I love it. Oh, I love, it's really cute. It's very subtle, but it's pretty. Subtle, as we have smoky eyes, but the glitter is a little subtle. Scattered glitter moment, love it. So let's do a wing, of course. I'm going to use the black color in the palette. I'm also adding some of that navy color on top of the black as well. Just mixing both of those. I love this shade for, like I told you guys, my shadow wing. I will never not do a shadow wing. This is me. Now I'm like, do I want to add a little bit of that color shifting glitter? The light one? Yeah, okay. So we're adding some of this as well. I cannot help myself. I just love glitter. And honestly, I thought that the highlighter from Fenty was going to be a little bit more pink, but like duh, it turned purple because pink and blue, pretty much mixed purple. This glitter is stunning. The white shade over darker colors, because it, like I said, has a bit of a color shifting effect. It's so pretty. So yeah, this palette is a winner. I still love it. I purchased this back in the fall time, and it's still, like I said, one of my favorites that I always go to. So BRB. I'm gonna curl my lashes, and then we're gonna do mascara and falsies today. I'm gonna do a little half lash because I feel like we need it today. So BRB. Haley's Beauty lash curler as always. And for mascara, I'm using this mini Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, which is a dual-ended mascara. I love it. You get one side here, which is really good for volume and thickness, and then this one is a little bit more curved and it gives a lot of length. I love this for the lower lashes as well. Honestly, sometimes with mascaras, I think you can get away with just getting the mini, especially in this case because you get 2 mascaras in one. I actually just got another one of these during the sale. Let me know if you guys are getting anything during the Sephora sale. I got a few lip products. I'm gonna end up doing a haul and show you guys what I got, but got a few restocks on my favorites, but mostly lip products. Oh great, I just jabbed myself in the eye. Okay. Finally gonna wear false lashes today because I know I haven't really worn them that much, but I love a good half lash, and I'm gonna use these faux minks from Lily Lashes. These are in the style Playful. What's really nice about these Lily lashes is that they still remain very fluffy even after you reuse them a bunch of times, because I've been reusing these for the last few weeks and they still are in perfect condition and they feel so comfortable and lightweight on the eyes. I love them. So these are a winner. Now let's move into the skin. I'm gonna do a little Milk Cloud Glow primer. This is one of my favorite Milk products because it's such a lightweight primer and it gives a nice glow to the skin without being too much. I love how this absorbs into the skin. If you don't like a lot of my hair, it's everywhere, I'm shedding, but if you don't like a lot of skin prep before makeup, I think this is a really nice primer with the foam. It's so fast absorbing and it gives your skin a very natural glow from within, and it does have a very light coconut smell. It's not too much, but it's definitely there. I personally really like it, but just a little FYI, I always like to mention smells because if you're like me, you could be a little bit more sensitive to certain scents, and I smell everything because I'm just very hyper aware of the way things smell and everything, but I love this. For foundation today, I'm going with an oldie but a goodie. This is the Bosma Beauty Hydrating Stick Foundation. This is such a comfortable, buildable, lightweight stick foundation, and the color I have is in 028. A lot of stick foundations can be very thick, a little bit more on the matte side, but this one is actually very hydrating. And what's nice about this is that it's such a seamless color. Like the shades that they have are really good and they just truly melt into the skin. So I'm just gonna work in sections. I was watching one of my old videos and I mentioned the shade 027, which I feel like would be a good match too, but 028 is also perfect. I love watching the product just disappear into the skin because the match is so good. But this is just a nice formula. It's very comfortable. And the finish of this is natural, so you're gonna have that nice happy medium, and it's gonna also vary on your skin prep, what setting sprays you use. You can make it a little bit more dewy, you could tone it down, make it more matte with your powders, but very beautiful foundation. This could work on all different skin types. It's such a nice formula. Look at the difference. It's still very skin-like, but it definitely covers up what you need it to. The base combo I love. The Cloud Glow is a nice primer because again, it's not going to be overly glowy on the skin or make you look too shiny. So I think paired with the Bosma foundation just gives it that perfect natural glow from within. Another one from the archives is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer from Makeup by Mario in light medium. This is going to very lightly warm up your skin, but I feel like it's a little bit of a more toned down version of like a traditional cream bronzer. Like it has pigment, but it's a little bit more on the subtle side compared to most liquid or cream bronzers. So it's really meant to, like, truly what it says, it's a skin enhancer. So it just enhances your skin, gives you a little bit of a glow, but also bronzes in a very natural way. It's pretty because it's not muddy too. For blush, I have one here from a brand that I think is one of the most underrated at Sephora, LYS Beauty. I am so in love with them. I have been raving about them for years and they're so good, but their cream blushes are next level. They just really know their formulas. And this one is in the shade Humble. It's a gorgeous watermelon corally pink. Honestly, it doesn't really go with the powder blush that I'm using today, but I want to mix and match because I love to do a good blush cocktail, which is pretty much when you just mix a bunch of blushes on top of each other. But this is such a pretty color. So this is the color swatched. I think this will work on a lot of different skin tones. It has the most beautiful undertone and it's more buildable as well. So very easy product to work with. For concealer today, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Quickie. This is another cult classic favorite for me. If you like full coverage, matte under eyes, you're going to love this. Find it to look really smooth and seamless on my under eyes, but I don't recommend using too much product because it is very, very full coverage. You don't even need that much. I'm going to do a little cocktail on the back of my hand just to mix shades in so that I can control the product a little bit better because I do too much sometimes of everything, but with concealer I know sometimes I can go overboard and then it looks creasy and crepey and we don't want that. So less is more with this for sure. So I'm gonna just mix those two shades on the back of my hand because it kind of just makes my perfect color. And this is another good Sephora brush from House Labs. I love a good angled dense brush like this, and this one's really good. So with any concealer that's a little bit thicker, put it on the back of your hand first. That way you're not going directly onto your skin with too much product, and then you can just gradually build it up as you need. This is when the makeup really starts to transform with the powder, and I'm going to use the Rare Beauty setting powder. This one is in the shade Light. I have not used this in a little bit, but I love the shade of this because it's a very light, I believe online it's described as a soft pink, but it is the most perfect, not too much kind of powder. I feel like this is another product that is kind of underrated in my opinion. I mean, I know Rare has a lot of good products, but this is one that I think it's overlooked and it's gorgeous. Also gives a little bit of brightness. This is definitely not a super heavy powder, so compared to, for instance, the Huda Beauty powder, this is much more thin. You know, like that one is intense. It's one of my favorites, but I know that not everybody likes it because it is, you know, a little bit more on the matte side. I forget what the finish is online, but I believe it's more natural. From what I can see right now, it doesn't seem to be too glowy or too matte. And I love natural finish products because I feel like you can really maneuver them with your skin prep and with your skin type. I don't remember the last time I used this Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch in the shade Pound Cake. So I was just telling you guys, I love the loose version of this powder. It is airbrushed, flawless, soft matte skin. But then this, from what I remember, I believe this is not as matte. It says press brightening and setting powder. Yeah, I can use it to set my makeup. So it's meant to really brighten up your under eyes. But I really just wanted a nice natural press powder. Besides my Charlotte Tilbury or LYS, those are my most used powders from Sephora. And I like the one from Kosas as well. But this is not as matte as the loose powder. I believe this one is going to be a little bit more kind of glowy, honestly. This is the blush that I just kind of thought of when I was thinking navy eyes. I'm like, I need a cool tone blush like this. And this one is from Too Faced. It's the Cloud Crush Blurring Blush in Candy Clouds. It is a gorgeous kind of pastel, yet a little bit more hot pink. Think Huda Beauty powder, like the loose powder, the finish of it, but in a blush. That's how this one is. It reminds me of that so much, like that just gorgeous airbrushed look. You know what, I didn't think it was gonna match with that LYS blush, but I actually love the LYS blush underneath. I think it was a nice base. That's really pretty. I love. I also have this Makeup by Mario powder bronzer. This is the Soft Sculpt bronzer in also light medium. I'm gonna just touch up my forehead a little bit to a little down the sides of my nose. This is just gonna emphasize that skin enhancer we had on underneath. This is another favorite, the Patrick Ta nose contour. I know it's pricey, but it's such a good brush. We have another Makeup by Mario product. This eyeliner, I actually love the shade of it. It's the Master Pigment Pro Pencil in the Perfect Brown. I even smudge a little bit right on my lash line and just take a brush to diffuse that out. Or your finger if you smudge a little too much. It really is the perfect brown shade. For the inner corner, we're going to go in with a little bit of the cream shade with a touch of that glitter color that I put on my lid. Lip combo. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Foxy Brown. Another one of my favorites. Then I'm going to blend the edges out with Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. Literally iconic for a reason. Iconic Nude is really just one of my favorite mixing shades even, but Foxy Brown is a really nice brown tone. I love it because it doesn't pull too warm, and then when you mix in Iconic Nude, then I'm going to top it off with the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss in Daisy Girl. Ooh, I like this color. Again, with LYS, this is another product that I think is very underrated if you want to dabble into a high-end setting spray and you don't want to commit to something that's too expensive, but you still want something luxe. This one is it. It has the most beautiful, luxurious spray. I think I found one of my new favorite lip combos. I love this Daisy Girl gloss from Lawless, and it's actually so smoothing on the lips. Like, it really is a line smoothing gloss. And this is exactly why I love doing these videos, because we get to play with things we already own or rediscover favorites. I also love the complexion, by the way. So good with the skin prep, the foundation from Bosma Beauty, the eyeshadow palette. I am just yet again reminded why I love these kind of tones. The navy in here is everything. So I love these products. The only thing I didn't really like I mentioned, is the Huda Beauty powder. It's a nice powder, but for me, I prefer something with a little bit less glow when I'm applying it all over my skin. So if you like a glowy powder, you will like this. It is very smooth. So make sure to let me know your favorites down below in the comments as well. If you guys bought anything good that you recommend during the sale, let me know. Otherwise, use up those products in your collection and do a full face of nothing new. I encourage you. And I encourage you to do some color as well. I want to see you with some color. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely subscribe for new videos every week, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye, loves.